What's up, kings and queens? Welcome back to my channel. I am the Eva Monroe. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel today. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 fragrances that I totally regret purchasing. I'm kind of sad to do this video, but remember, fragrance is subjective, and some of these fragrances that I talk about today, you may absolutely love them, and that's okay. They just don't work for me. So I'm going to slow down on my blind buying because I had like a 98.9% win rate when it came to blind buying fragrances. But I have dropped the ball about 3 or 4 times here lately. And so I'm going to be doing some reevaluating of self with this whole blind buying thing. I probably need to cut it out. But, I have 5 fragrances and let's jump right in. So the very first one at the top of my fragrances I regret buying list is from the house of Armani Prive, and it is Blue Lazuli. I shared this one with you guys. I told you guys about this. I told you how I had such high hopes for this. Typically, I will get on here and I will do like a first impression video sometimes when I first get fragrances. I don't often do that, but every now and again I'll say, well, it's nice. It smells like this. It smells like that. And then I have to give a fragrance like 5 or 6 very strong wearings before I can say no or yes, I'm so in love, she's a keeper. I have really given this a fighting chance. I really have. I have worn this so many times just trying to make myself fall in love with this. The makeup of this fragrance is everything that I look for in a fragrance. It's everything I need in my life. But this fragrance really disappoints me. I mean, it's so basic. It just, for $310, in my opinion, it's not worth the money. The longevity on my skin was really not what I expected it to be at this price point with the notes and the heaviness that I was expecting to be there. So I gave this a fighting chance, but I have decided Armani Prive Blue Lazuli is definitely a fragrance purchase regret for me. Now, the next one is in that same family. So fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you, Armani Prive. I'm probably going to be done here. The second one is Vertol Akkad. I told you guys, I said, I'm going to try another one. I'm going to try another fragrance from this line because people really love this line. I was talking to a friend of mine and I told her, I said, girl, I got my second Armani Prive and I don't like it. It doesn't work for me. It's nothing to me. And she said, can I tell you something? And I said, absolutely. She said, you don't like designers. You're really not into the whole designer thing. And I said, you know what? I don't like the term niche snob. I hate that term. I hate it when they throw it around in fragcom. But what's going to happen to you if you're new in your fragrance journey and you've started out with designer fragrances? Once you start wearing things like Roja and Xerjoff and Amouage and things like that, Bortnikov, all that type of stuff. Once you start smelling that type of stuff, you are going to really start to lose your appreciation for things like Marc Jacobs Daisy and things like that. So in my opinion, I don't like to call it being a niche snob. I think that it's all about growth and change, and you advance in your fragrance journey. But anyway, the reason why I don't like this, let's get back to that. This, in my opinion, is about as basic of a white floral fragrance as it gets. There is really nothing expensive smelling about this, in my opinion. This would be considered what, like luxury designer, I'm assuming, and in my opinion, it's really not that. This is jasmine. It's a very jasmine dominant fragrance, very sweet, that really sweet jasmine thing. And there's a slight bit of greenness in there. But I have some jasmine, gardenia, tuberose fragrances that I feel like outperform this. It starts out nice, but the dry down of this it's nothing. And even the top is really nothing to be excited about. A lot of people like this, but I was honestly very disappointed by this. So Armani Prive Vertol Akkad. I'm going to order a sample of Rouge. How about that? I'm going to order a sample of Rouge, and that'll probably be it for me. Now, the next one is one I hate to put on this list because it's from one of my favorite houses. It's from a house that I am definitely a groupie of, and that is the house of Amouage. I'm definitely an Amouage groupie, and it is Amouage Honor Woman. Why is this on the regret list? This is on my regret list because I think I told you guys before, this is not what I look for in a fragrance. It's coriander, rhubarb, white florals, very feminine, but also it falls along the lines of that very basic type, very feminine fragrance, in my opinion. I said it before, if someone blindfolded me and I smelled this, I would never peg it to be an Amouage fragrance, ever. Because in my opinion, it lacks uniqueness, which is what they're known for. So, Amouage Honor Woman, it's not a bad fragrance. It's not a hate for me, but coming in at like $330, I was expecting so much more. Very feminine. Let me tell you another one that's very feminine, actually, because this is actually marketed as a unisex fragrance. I don't find there to be anything unisex about this. And that's just my opinion. I think this is very feminine. So it's very jasmine dominant, very feminine fragrance. Now, the next one, I pulled this out and I put this on this list because I'm getting ready to do my niche summer fragrance video, spring summer fragrances, the pricey ones. And I didn't want to accidentally put this on there. This was actually on a don't list of mine when I bought this. I think I bought this, was it summer before last? I want to say, I'm not sure. When this was released was when I purchased it, immediately when they released it. This is $250. Coconut with some, it's a very sweet coconut. A little maybe citrusy, but it's just not my thing. And out of the Miami Vice line from the House of by the way, this is from the House of by Kilian, and it is Love the Way You Feel. Out of this entire line, I feel like this was the worst one. This was the least interesting one. I actually do have Moonlight in Heaven, and I love that one. Love the Way You Taste was actually the one that I should have purchased instead of purchasing this one. This is very basic. I feel like Bath and Body Works has like At the Beach and a lot of different fragrances like that actually smell like this and probably perform like this. This lacks creativity, and that is just not something that I expect from the House of by Kilian. So by Kilian, Love the Way You Feel. I am down 3 Kilians, you guys. I just want you to know. Actually, I'm down 2, but I'm getting ready to be down 3. Rolling in Love, sold it. Love Don't Be Shy or Fresh, sold it. And this one, I'll probably get rid of it as well. So now, number 5 on my list is one that you guys know I was so on the fence about. I was so torn about this fragrance. And it is Tom Ford Rose Prick. I'm going to spray this on my hand. Okay, let's talk about this, shall we? Because I know there's some people out there that are like, what? You love Tom Ford. You ain't loyal. You ain't loyal. I am loyal, but I'm not loyal to the BS. I like this fragrance. Okay, when you first spray this fragrance, the turmeric and the peppery thing in here give me my life. but it is so short-lived. 30 minutes into this fragrance, it is 100% a skin scent. And you guys know I don't do skin scents. I really don't. I don't get into that. And that's what this turns into. And it's so upsetting to me. Like, the rose is just not there. I've heard a lot of people say it's a very synthetic rose. It's very synthetic. Well, most rose fragrances are. Do you guys know that it takes 250 pounds of rose petals to make 1 ounce of actual rose oil, rose essential oil? So I don't think that, Tom Ford went through that trouble to create this fragrance. But you guys, I'm telling you, like right now, I'm like, oh, this is everything. The turmeric is what really excites me in this fragrance, but it's just what I get left with that just leaves me dry. And the only reason why I haven't got rid of this is because I do enjoy the top of this fragrance so much. But it's definitely one that I just continue to spray over and over and over again because the dry down is just so boring in my opinion. And it just costs entirely too much money. So those are 5 fragrances that I absolutely regret buying. Sample your fragrances first. Because I'm telling you, it's very disappointing when you spend $200 and $300 and $400 on a fragrance and it turns out to not be what you expected it to be. Just honestly. And I have a type, and that type has changed over the years because you're listening to a girl who thought that Philosophy Amazing Grace was like upper echelon, so my taste has definitely changed. I still love Amazing Grace, but I'm always looking for that heat, that staying power, the uniqueness, the thickness of it all. So thank you guys so much for listening to me today. If you have a fragrance regret purchase, leave it in the comment section below. Until I see you again, be blessed and bye for now.